Hey everyone, I'm Marissa,
And I'm Haley.
and today we're going to talk about theme. Now, Haley, what is a theme?
Well, Marissa, I'm glad you asked because I remember when I was a fledgling writer, I too was also like, what is a theme? So, according to lit charts, and I'm quoting them, a theme is a universal idea, lesson, or message explored throughout a work of literature. Which kind of self-explanatory, kind of not. It encompasses a lot of things, but one thing that I read when I was doing research for this episode, one thing I read multiple times is that the theme is what you have to say about life and the human condition. And when I think back to like examples of themes, I'm like, yeah, they all kind of lend themselves to relating to the human condition. It has something to say about that.
Yeah, you have a point. And also, a theme doesn't equal a moral. I want to throw that out there. Because a moral is a lesson and a theme is more of an idea. Because it's not teaching you, like you never read a book and the theme is, make sure you pick up after yourself.
Well,
Like,
it
that's never
could
going to be a
be.
theme.
I
I don't
mean,
know. I feel like that's more of a lesson, obviously more in the kids' book, but the theme could be something else.
yeah. And not to mix it up with plot. The plot is what is happening. So, let's say the story is, Timmy goes to the store because his mom's sad. Timmy buys chocolate. Timmy leaves the store. Timmy runs across a girl crying. Timmy gives her chocolate. Timmy goes home. That is what is happening. What theme is why this is happening. Why did Timmy go to the store? Because his mom was sad and he wanted to make her feel better. Why did Timmy give the girl the chocolate? Because she was sad and he wanted to make her feel better. So, what is the theme? Selflessness. That's the basic.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah. Thank you. I just made that up.
I know you did. Flawless. Now, just to be clear, you can have multiple themes in a story. Like, it's not just the one. You can have. I've seen books that have like three. Typically, there's three in a book that you can. Some have more. You can go crazy. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could.
Yeah. But Marissa, why is the theme important?
So it's important because it gives your readers something to connect with and it gives them something to think about after reading. Now, we've all seen books that are just pure entertainment, and there's nothing wrong with that. Have fun. It's just you're not going to give the reader something to remember afterwards. They're going to be entertained for a few hours or a few days or whatever time period it is, and then they'll move on to the next book, and there won't be anything at all. But the books that linger with us have those core themes.
Yep. Just think about whatever your favorite thing is and what is the thing that makes you connect. Usually it's like a character, but a character will embody a theme. Usually it might be the plot, but the plot serves the theme. It's the theme. So we're gonna go some like examples of themes, both so you understand and you can write this down, use it for your next book. One of the most popular themes that I see all the time, and kind of basic bitch answer, is good triumph over evil. Simple as that. You see it in like,
oh god,
yeah, you see it in like all the kids' books and
yeah. Which is funny because one of the things that I wrote down was Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
So,
Lord of the Rings, though, that's also another one.
That's another big one.
Among other things, but
way others. We just put down a few. We could spend a day going through all the books that are just good triumphs over evil.
I think it's almost a lot of books. Almost any book is that.
Almost any book is good triumphs over evil. Like it's there.
Especially with movies. Especially movies are all about that. That's like especially in Western media, mainly.
Yeah. Up next is Survival, which, honestly, if you've read anything by Jack London, you know this theme.
He also got classic Jurassic Park, Surviving Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs!
Or any disaster movie. That's
Yeah, yeah. It's funny is every time I think of Jurassic Park, I think of one of the Jurassic World movies where there's this guy, there's a T-Rex behind him. He doesn't know it, and there's a guy across the way doing this. And for some reason he's like, "What? What? What is this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you deserve to die. Just you're done. Evolution's trying to kill you. It's fine."
Oh, you know what? The other theme that is you can't escape it is love.
You almost look like you gagged on it. Love. Love.
Yeah, just take your pick, honestly.
I wrote down Pride and Prejudice and Wuthering Heights. Just take your pick.
You know, if you want to spice it up, make forbidden love. That's
forbidden love. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Romeo and Juliet. Sorry, guys, I hate that. I hate it so much. All right, we also have good old coming of age.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you got
classic, and we have such classics like The Outsiders and Catcher in the Rye.
I love The Outsiders. I need to reread that. It's been a while.
It's so good.
But let's see what else. What is Great Expectations also coming of age?
Yes, Great Expectations. A book.
Honestly, any story that involves a child.
Yes,
is basically that.
Coming of age. Yep.
You also have another example. The Circle of Life.
I was wondering if you were gonna sing it.
You know, obviously, I can't save Circle of Life and not include Lion King as an example.
That's true. We also have the Curious Case of Benjamin Button and The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Yep. Good ones.
Things have to die. One that Haley would tell specifically is Revenge.
I love revenge stories.
Revenge stories are great. Yeah, it's great. We have Vicious, The Count of Monte Cristo, and Hamlet.
Hamlet, my favorite Shakespeare play.
It's true. Hamlet is my favorite, followed up by Macbeth. Apologies if you were near a stage when I said that.
You can never look between Macbeth and Hamlet, best boy.
Best boy.
No one doesn't like him. So, you know what a theme is. You have some examples, but you're like, I don't know, how do I pick a theme? How do I do that? Like, how do I write my theme? How do I anything involving themes? We're just gonna give you some tips. And the first thing this is more like possible advice, is before you even start writing, before you even start outlining, know what your theme is from the start. Like, I'm not saying you have to, because I'm pretty sure majority of writers don't even constantly think about theme when they go into writing. But if you know about it ahead of time, it saves you some editing later, because you can outline and plot and all that with your theme in mind.
It's true. If you don't know what themes you want, think about the universal themes. We just gave you a few. Anyone and everyone can relate to it. Like I said, love, coming of age, circle of life.
Everyone grows up. Everyone falls in love. It might not be with a person. You can fall in love with your dog, or life, or chocolate. I speak from personal experience. And then if none of those are really feeling, you're not feeling these like basic bitch themes, think about what's important to you. Do you care about capitalism and how evil it is? Honestly, you should probably really just this should just be a given. Pick a theme that you care about. Because you should always care about whatever you're writing. Otherwise, we can tell. But, just think about things that you have opinions on. Like, do you have an opinion on love? Or an opinion on revenge? I can't think of new ones right now. I'm just going based on what I already said.
And also, what you can do is you can consider your story's genre. Certain themes fit certain genres better. You're going to see things of revenge and in like mysteries, because that's typically what happens is someone's out to get someone for typically a personal reason.
Yep. Abuse of power will probably work better with like sci-fi or crime, not as much with I mean, you can do it with romance, but you know, it lends itself to certain genres better.
Yeah.
Or environmentalism. That seems more of a sci-fi fantasy thing.
Now, once you've decided your theme, make a list of words that relate to it. Those will be your symbols / motifs that you can sprinkle into your story. Just don't go ham with it, because then it'll be obvious. Like, do breadcrumbs. Be subtle.
Yeah.
You don't want to bash your head over with the reader.
An example I saw was someone was like, okay, let's say your theme is about the passing of time. Things you would put on your list would be like clock, changing of seasons, dust, stuff like that. And then you can put those items and stuff into your story, and it kind of like helps accentuate. I wish Haley, another day of Haley not having words. But you know what I mean. It helps accentuate. Marissa, help me. What word? Improve, showcase, help me. Your theme is more, it's more.
It's more. Moving on.
I hope you guys understand.
I do, but I don't know how to help you because I know how you speak. You can have your characters argue about the theme, just don't preach it. It's kind of like everything with your life. Don't preach things. Once you get preachy, you get annoying.
You skip something important. Your theme needs to tie into your conflict and your characters. Otherwise, what is the point?
That's true.
You can't just have like my theme is about losing love, but then your character, the plot is about them like finding a bomb.
Yeah, like where's the love?
Yeah, is your main
Hopefully
character
not the bomb?
Exactly. Is your main character? Is there? Did they lose someone? Did the loved one die? Is the loved one in threat of dying? Is the bomb? Is a loved one in the building the bomb is in? And if it sets off, it would kill them. But they already lost someone before, and so that adds extra pressure. They really don't want to lose it. You guys should be writing this down. I'm coming up with some good shit.
You should, yeah. It's a good idea, yeah. No, I just had to sink a little because you're just like, oh yeah, killing characters, and my shirt literally says killing it, and I'm just like, oh no.
You can't see it. You need to sit up straighter.
I have to stand up.
Yeah, stand a little more.
See?
Killing it.
Killing it. You can kind of see it when I do this, but like it cuts off just enough.
Yep. But yeah, but that's I think the most important thing. It needs to.
It definitely needs to tie into your story because, like you said, otherwise, what's the bloody point?
Yeah.
You can do this also by looking at your theme in different angles and viewpoints. Do something a bit more creative with it. So instead of just doing the obvious,
and I think it's interesting to go back to what you said, like characters arguing, like having characters with two different ideas about, let's just use love again, two different ideas about love, and they're kind of like arguing with each other about it. It adds like a new nuance to your story, and it can like it adds conflict. And conflict is good for stories because without conflict, you don't have a story. It's boring.
Yeah, and it's just like, why? You gotta make us care about the characters, and you gotta make us care about what they're going through, because you gotta be doing something.
Yep.
Hopefully with conflict, because otherwise, again, what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. Well, unless it's okay. That's a topic for another day on. Can you have like stories without conflict? Which I guess you can, depending on the medium. But anyways, we're not gonna go into there.
We're not gonna go into that. That is a whole other TED Talk.
But let's say you already wrote your book, and you're like, oh man, I didn't think about a theme. Do I have a theme? Marissa, how can they figure out if they have themes?
Well, luckily for people, there are beta readers. And boy, are there plenty of them. And you can have them read your book, and you can ask them, be like, hey, could you look out for any themes that I have that are going throughout my book, or that pop up that I should pull all the way through? And they'll read it, and they'll be like, yeah, you definitely have a coming-of-age story if you just, pull these strings. And then it'll be perfect. You go, cool, and you just edit it, and then it's great.
Or if you don't want to do that, and you want to figure out for yourself, I guess kind of look at your main plot, your conflict, and see about what's going on there. Or look at your main character. What flaws do they have? What is their goal? Because you might find your theme in there. That's where you should look. But if you don't have any theme at all whatsoever, I don't know, consider putting one in.
That's very true.
Yep.
Alright guys, that's all we have for you today. Be sure to check us out on Twitter at I can't talk today. Haley, you infected me. We're going to be at Twitter at writing_addicts and on Instagram at writing.addicts. Tell us what your favorite theme is, or... Actually, yeah, tell us what your favorite theme is. I think mine is coming of age. I never get tired of it. I think it's fantastic.
That's a good one. Mine is either revenge or... capitalism sucks.
Very nice, very nice.
And make sure that you are following us on YouTube or Spotify or wherever you are watching/listening for us, so you can get notified when the next episode comes out. And we'll see you next time. Bye! Bye.